Hey, this is Andrew Lim inviting you to go out on a limb. Hello from Bergen. Yes, I am actually here for a few days. It's actually my second time here in Norway. The first time was a few years ago, I think. I was in Tromsø, which is the winter, dead in the winter, because I wanted to see the Northern Lights and it was 24 hours darkness. So fast forward to now, it's actually in August. It's a lovely day here. Actually, it's sunny, which, let me show you the sun. You can see. Which is kind of rare because on average it rains about 300 days here a year, so I'm totally lucking out with the weather. This is Scandinavian summer, so you always have to wear a sweater, but today, thanks to the sun, it's actually a really comfortable day and it's t-shirt weather. So a bit more about Bergen. It's home to about 300,000 Norwegians. It's about half the size of Oslo. There's actually a rivalry between I think Oslo and Bergen usually, but this city apparently has more things to do. There's definitely a lot of nature stuff. You can actually hike with the mountain behind me. You can actually see the fjords because this is the gateway to the fjords. You can also visit a long list of museums here, including its maritime museum, because obviously, you know, fishery or fishing is a big industry here. So there's a great maritime history to this city. So come go on limb with me. We will check out Bergen. I think first impression, you know, when it's cold, this place is kind of like Maine or Portland or even Anchorage, which interestingly it's the size of Anchorage, the city of Bergen. But when it's warm, it's like San Francisco. So come go and live with me and we will tour Bergen together. Hey guys, forgot to tell you, by the way, behind me is Bergen. You know, this row of wooden houses is a really postcard landmark here in Bergen. You know, you see them on postcards. You Google image Bergen, you see those houses. It's actually the first UNESCO's World Heritage Site here in Norway. So some of the houses are under restoration. Folks, before we start, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notify button for new contents that I upload weekly. Tak. So Bergen is a city on Norway's southwestern coast. It's surrounded by mountains and fjords and is home to about 300,000 Norwegians according to a 2023 estimate. So this makes it the second largest city in Norway after Oslo. Now it's a great city to explore on foot with its brick roads as well as rain-soaked buildings. Yes, it rains on average about 280 to 300 days a year here, making it the rainiest city in Europe. Although I did luck out during my visit here because it was sunny throughout. The Bergen Harbor area, or what they call the waterfront area, is the most popular tourist spot in the city. This is where you'll find Bergen, I think it's pronounced Bergen as well, or Bergen, which is the most popular site here in Bergen and is the third most visited site in Norway. So I'm really excited to take you on a tour inside Bergen towards the end of this video. Bergen is home to 7 mountains and hills, so you'll never run out of a nice spot to enjoy the city from a bird's eye view. So at 320 meters above sea level, Mount Fløyen is an absolute must-see when you're visiting the city. If you're feeling athletic, you can certainly hike up to Mount Fløyen, but if you're lazy like me, you can take the funicular from the station called Funicular Fløybanen. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, which, you know, is equally a great experience. So these funiculars have apparently transported people from the city to the mountain for over 100 years. So the ride starts in the heart of Bergen city center and takes you to the top in approximately 6 minutes. So once you arrive here, you get a spectacular panoramic view of the city, the fjords, as well as the mountains. So aside from enjoying the view, here you can also do some walking. So Mount Florian has many nice hiking opportunities, and it's a perfect starting point for a wonderful walk in the city mountains. Like anywhere in Norway, troll statues can easily be spotted, including here. By the way, troll is a collective term for several types of human-like beings in Nordic folklore and fairy tales with roots in the Norse mythology. But it does not include internet trolls. There is also a cathedral here in the city which dates back to 1181. So with the amount of rain it gets, Bergen is a green city with beautiful parks and lakes for visitors to enjoy. For example, Festplassen is a recreational piazza overlooking Bergen's central lake and fountain. It's a site of fun fairs and festivals as well. Here you'll also find a number of popular art galleries like Rasmus Meyer Coat if you're ever in need of an indoor activity, which is rather often, I would say, given the amount of rain the city gets per year. Close to Festplassen is the main train station of Bergen. Opened in 1913, this is considerably a much smaller train station compared to the one in Oslo, but a lot of tourists actually go through here, mainly because of the popular train ride from Bergen to Oslo, which affords beautiful views on this 7-hour ride. Unfortunately, my train was cancelled because the big storm that occurred before I arrived had severely damaged quite a few railroad tracks. So I ended up taking a flight to Oslo, which is only 40 minutes. So I don't know, 7 hours train ride for some beautiful views, or 40 minutes flight, for just to get you to Oslo quicker. Close to the train station, adjacent to the main bus station of the city, there's also a shopping mall, which I definitely would advise not to come after 6 p.m. because everything closes here early. So it's cricket when I was here at 6 p.m. So the biggest draw in Bergen is no doubt Bergen or Bergen. Located just a few steps from the waterfront area, this wooden house area gets almost 2 million visitors each year and is the third most popular tourist site in the country. Bergen is also the first UNESCO World Heritage Site for Norway. It acted as the old wharf of Bergen and was part of the Hanseatic League's trading empire from the 14th to the mid-16th century. Because this was built mainly with wood, many fires, the last one in 1955, have unfortunately ravaged the characteristic wooden houses in this area. Fortunately, the rebuilding has traditionally followed the old patterns and methods, therefore leaving the main structure preserved, which is a relic of an ancient wooden urban structure that was once common in Northern Europe. There are also some museums that you can find in here as well. So the traditional buildings here are made of wood in keeping with the vernacular building traditions, and the original compact medieval urban structure is actually preserved with its long narrow rows of buildings facing the harbor, and separated by narrow wooden passages. So today we have about 62 buildings remaining of this former townscape, and contain sufficient elements to demonstrate how this colony of bachelor German merchants live and work, and illustrate the use of space in this district. So basically it's characterized by the construction of buildings along the narrow passages running parallel to the dock. So today some 62 buildings remain of this former townscape, and in the small and narrow alleys you'll find restaurant, pubs, clothing shops, and souvenir shops as well, much like the front area that is filled with restaurants and people on a nice Bergen day. So overall, Bergen is a must visit when you come to Norway. You probably come here anyway because this is the city that is the gateway to the beautiful fjords. Hey guys, I still cannot believe how lucky I've been with the weather here in Bergen. They say it rains a lot here, but you know what? My 2-3 days here have been just sun. Maybe tomorrow it will rain, but you know, whatever. I'm leaving for Oslo tomorrow anyways. But yeah, thank you Mother Nature, thank you.